Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach, the Gear Guy, OGE, coming back at you with another predictions video. This is episode 12 in the series of Zach, the Gear Guy Predicts. We are Southern Honor. This is an exciting time to be in the pro wrestling business, more specifically in the independent business. Because now Southern Honor has obviously switched bookers once again, but for a good. This is the Jake the Snake Roberts era. Yeah, WWE Hall of Famer Jake the Snake Roberts. He is now our matchmaker. And boy, oh boy, we've got a good batch of matches on the card here. We've got at least 7 in total on the card here. You can see the card, I showed it off. But man, we've got some new faces coming. I mean, let's dive into this card. But before we get to that, just a quick disclaimer. Nobody has paid for their endorsements. Nobody has, contacted me to endorse them or put one over the other. This is all my reactions, my raw reactions to the card. We are Southern Honor. That is 100% true. With all that being said and done, let's dive into this card for SHW 49. And just a spoiler alert, none of these matches are in show order. But I will be going in order on how they are written down. First off, starting it off is AC Mack versus Shoot Taylor. Boy, it is good to have Day 1 AC Mack back in SHW again. After being a former IWTV World Champion. Man, I remember those classic matches AC had for the IWTV World Championship in Southern Honor when he won it down at Action Wrestling. I wasn't there, but I heard about it. I saw that really cool promo AC did for Southeast First and all that. And man, AC Mack has had a busy year, which is why he mostly stayed back, which is why he mostly had a busy schedule with that IWTV World Championship, being everywhere from Canton to London to Preston, all around the world, all 50 states, other places, maybe new continents. AC's never gotten before, so all that travel must have really gotten to him, which is why he hasn't been around the Southern Honor faithful as much. But love me an AC Mack. Love me AC Mack a lot. I'm very familiar with Shoot Taylor, and good friends with him. He is a Nightmare Factory trainee. He's made appearances on AEW Dark, AEW Elevation, stuff like that, as well as he has competed in SHW before, be it for that Diamond Dallas Page Cup Invitational. He's also competed against Shoot Taylor, Jordan King. He's also competed against Adam Jacobs, Jordan Kingsley, and he also screwed Jordan Kingsley and Adam Jacobs out of the SHW Tag Team titles. So I'm very familiar with him as well. But you gotta think, after the Georgia Wrestling History Awards were announced, AC Mack tied with Nick Halen for Wrestler of the Year, I believe. And AC Mack cuts this really deep promo on Nick Halen saying like, nah, I didn't come this far to to tie with you, I am going to prove why I am, and this has always been my ring, why I am the best wrestler in Georgia. Man, I cannot wait for that. Those two are definitely on a collision course, and I cannot wait to see that match. If Jake Roberts, you are somehow watching this, please make that match Nick Halen versus AC. But winner of this one, I think AC Mack has something to prove going into this. Obviously, Shoot Taylor just wants to continue his winning ways, but I do think that AC Mack can pull this one off. So I'm going to go with AC Mack. Next up, we have my Overkill brother, one half of the infantry. Bad news and tattoos all over the city. Carly Bravo going one-on-one against newcomer to SHW, Jaden Newman. I don't know too much about Jaden Newman, but from what I've been seeing and hearing about the wrestling community, he's one of the newcomers to SHW making his debut. I obviously think that Carly has got to have title intentions on his mind. Now that there's a new matchmaker, like why haven't I gotten a title shot yet? Like this attitude about him and like he wants to make a statement why he should be seen as a contender. And I've always said in my eyes, he's not a replacement. He's a guy who can hold any title and make it look good. Carly Bravo. But Jaden Newman could shock the world and give Carly Bravo a run for his money. So I wouldn't be too shocked if Jaden Newman wins this match. But me personally, I have always been, since day one when I first saw him, a Carly Bravo fan. So I'm going to go with Carly Bravo winning this one, with giving Jaden Newman his props, like, welcome to SHW. You have a chance to impress the SHW faithful. I do respect you in that regard, Jaden Newman, but at the end of the day, I'm going to go with Carly Bravo to take the win here. Next up, we have Chip Day coming off that impressive title match with Gunnar Miller a few days ago. Not a few days ago, a month ago, sorry. He goes one-on-one against a student of both Murder One and Joe Black, respectively, the Kenway. Two-finger salute to you, my friend. So yeah, anybody who has Joe Black or Murder One's name connected to them gets my utmost respect. I respect them no matter what. Now, I honestly think that this could be a great match for Kenway going into this. He could also pull off that upset victory over Chip Day and get the win here, which I do think is likely, having such names like Murder One, Joe Black connected to him. But again, there's just something about Chip Day that, you know, does he still want the title? Obviously, if the title's not on your mind, why are you here in the first place? But I do think, as much as I like Chip Day, you are a great member of the Grind Club. I gotta say, Kenway gets the win here. I think he's gonna be very impressive based on that promo I saw of him. He looks very impressive. And lots of people have been saying that he was a great get for Southern Honor, so I expect big things from the Kenway and Chip Day. That one's going to be a great match. Next up, we have an SHW Tag Team Championship match. As finally we get the debut of the Hierarchy going one-on-one with Happy Madness for the SHW Tag Team titles. Now, the Hierarchy consists of a lot of men from the Dark City, from what I've been hearing here and there, alluded by Joe Black and Murder One, members of the Hierarchy. But honestly, I do think that Happy Madness have only defended the tag team titles like what, 2, maybe 3 times by now. And it seems like what I like to call the tag team open challenge has been kind of like axed with that whole Dishonor thing. Like, we got power back when Gunner won the SHW championship in that 4-way match. We then got booking power back when Gary Lamb, Corey Hollis, and Gunnar Miller beat Brooklyn and Happy Madness. But Happy Madness still holds on to those titles, so there's like a 10%, maybe 5% Dishonor influence from what I'm seeing, but that could just be me. But no doubt about it, they faced like some great tag teams. Like, they faced All-Star Special when they lost the titles. They faced them when All-Star Special defended the titles and won them again. The first time when they defended the titles, they faced All-Star Special again when All-Star Special lost the titles. They have faced Adam Jacobs and Jordan Kingsley, and they have then faced Marvelous Michael Stevens and Matt Sells, which might be their third title defense. So this is their fourth, and you have to take, honestly, a reunified Joe Black and Murder One very, very, very seriously, considering that Dark City street fight we saw a few months ago was definitely a heavy match, and it did not disappoint. It went all over the building and lived up to its name, trust me. So Hierarchy, Happy Madness, I do think that Happy Madness, since Happy Madness have already, I'll say this one, I said it once, I said it twice, I'll say it again. As much as Happy Madness has only logically defended them 3 times going into their 4th in this match. I know everybody's trigger gets pulled once in a while. Eventually somebody's going to take Happy Madness out and take the titles from them. Now, I did hear like Murder One and Joe Black are kind of thinking about scouting out Happy Madness by going to another promotion and watching them wrestle, but you gotta think that I saw a video that Happy Madness actually attacked Murder One and Joe Black after SHW 48, so you gotta think they have all intentions of winning these tag team titles, which is why I think we might have new tag team champions, the Hierarchy, after this, because you can't just not defend the tag team titles like for the months that Dishonor have been that Dishonor were together, to only defend them like 3 times eventually face, like, now you're getting into the rougher, harder tag teams that want the titles. So this will be a cool match to see. I'm gonna go the hierarchy on this. I think they got this. Murder One and Joe Black know each other very well. And obviously with Joe Black being a part of formerly Dishonor, I think that gives the hierarchy some advantage going into this match. Next up, sticking in the realm of tag teams, we have a tag team match with when the Washington Bullets return to SHW to take on the tag team of two fellow Grind Club members, that being Grind Club member Owen Knight tag teaming with Grind Club member Narcissism. Man, oh man. The best of 7 series, I still hold that as a high regard, like top 5 match that I've seen in person. The best of 7 series, I love that series between Owen Knight and Narcissism. Those were great matches, put on by both men, and I have high respect for both men for that. And sometimes they say, it's not the enemy of my enemies, my friend. What are you thinking, Zach? They say sometimes differences, if you put your differences aside, they tend to work out. So that's what we could be seeing with Owen Knight and Narcissism going into this match, where they both are technically sound wrestlers. They both wrestled each other over time. They put on a stellar best of 7 series, and it might turn into a tag team. I think the saying is opposites attract. And I do think this is a great tag team to go against the Washington Bullets, who have had multiple opportunities at the tag team titles, be it the Lynch Mob, Technical Excellence, All-Star Special. The Washington Bullets have been through most of the tag teams in SHW, so this will be a good one. My pick, I'm obviously going to be, it's not unbiased, but I'm going to go with Owen Knight and Naja for the win here. Could we possibly see an upset with the Washington Bullets? There is a chance we could see that, like maybe if some miscommunication or if Naja and Owen don't trust each other, we could see an upset. But I think Owen and Naja have what it takes to communicate thoroughly with each other and win the match. Next up, we do have the Georgia Wrestling History Award winner for Performer of the Year, that being the Wonder Kid Hunter James, taking on the returning Ashton Starr. I saw a promo come out that said, that was Hunter James saying, Jake Roberts, throw me in a match. I'm issuing an open challenge to any Southern Honor OG. That challenge was accepted in return by Ashton Starr, who has a new look going for him. I'm actually excited to see Ashton return. The last time I saw him was when I do believe he faced Carly Bravo, but the last time we technically saw him in SHW was when he had his little petty party with Murder One and Joe Black. So it'll be nice to see him back in action in the year 2023. It's going to be a good one. Ooh, and tough pick too. I do like both men. I'm very familiar with both men. But I have to say, last time Hunter James did tag team was with Exotic Youth, and he came out in a losing effort. and he came out in a winning effort. But I do think sometimes you need to set yourself out from the crowd and get people talking. So I do think Hunter James takes the win here, which is going to be good for him. But there could be a possibility that Ashton wins, but I'm going to say Hunter James takes it. Next, then finally, it's your SHW title match main event. We've got Corey Hollis taking on Gunnar Miller for the SHW Championship. Now, this one kind of has me a bit confused. Now, this match in particular gives me more questions than it does answers. Considering that I'm friends with both men, and I like both men. Both men are great to talk to. I have had both the privilege of speaking to both men in person on my vlogs. Definitely take a look for the definitely check those out whenever they come out. Sorry, 6 is still being worked on at this time, but anyway, getting back to the match at hand. I like both men. Both men are great. Corey Hollis is being a former champion. He came back when Gary Lamb and Gunnar Miller had a mystery opponent. Had a mystery partner. Blah. I don't know why I said opponent there. But, yeah, he's a former champion. He's held everything in SHW, that being the Southern Honor title to the SHW Tag Team title. He's held every championship that Southern Honor has to offer. And he even faced Gunnar Miller in a no-holds-barred career versus career match, which was, in my regard, one of the best matches we've seen in SHW at Still Here Free, and one of my favorites looking back at Still Here Free. So just to see a rematch for that is great. Now, here's my X factor and where I raise my eyebrows and have kind of questions. Corey Hollis came back on his own, by his own terms, to help Gary and Gunnar. In the end of the show, Michael Judas comes back and chokeslams Gunnar Miller and tells Corey to be quiet. Corey then faces Carly Bravo 1 month later. And Judas has just won his match. He's out there. He causes Corey to get disqualified. And I'm taking a look at this card, and I don't see Michael Judas on this card at all. So, that obviously raises the question for me, is Judas going to show up? And if he does, what are his intentions? I don't know. But could there be a possibility where he screws Corey out of the title? Could there be a moment where Corey and Gunnar get together and then Judas ultimately ruins it? I don't know. It's just that Judas is the X Factor, being former tag team partners with Corey Hollis. So, I don't know, but Gunnar Miller, great champion. I don't see anybody beating Gunnar just yet for the title, because you can't match size, you can't match power, you can't match intensity with Gunnar. So Corey Hollis finally gets his rematch for never having it. Corey, it's going to be great to see you back in Southern Honor. I like having you in Southern Honor, no doubt about that. But I don't think it's going to be an easy take getting the title off of Gunnar Miller. So I'm going to go with, all due respect, Gunnar Miller for it. So my final verdict, I'm going AC Mack versus Shoot Taylor. I'm going AC Mack. Carly Bravo versus Jaden Newman. I'm going Carly Bravo. Chip Day versus the Kenway. I'm going Kenway. SHW Tag Team Title Match. I'm going Hierarchy versus Happy Madness. I'm going Hierarchy. The Washington Bullets versus Owen Knight and Nadja. I'm going to go with Owen Knight and Nadja-ism. Hunter James versus Ashton Starr. I'm going to go with Hunter James. Corey Hollis versus Gunnar Miller. I'm going to go still champion Gunnar Miller. That has been Zach the Gear Guy Predicts, episode 12. And I'll see you in the next video.